Hello, and thank you so much for inviting me to be a guest speaker at your conference. I am really excited to be here and share with you a little bit of my habits for sustainable weight loss. Hi, my name is Joni Rampola. I'm a registered licensed dietitian and founder of Nutrition Coaching for You. 4 is a number, U is a letter. So really happy to be here and let's get started. So first, I have a couple of questions for you. Do you understand the connection between the food you eat, so what you actually put in your mouth, and how that affects your blood sugar, your mood, your health? Do you know exactly what in your daily routine is affecting your body weight? Are you confident that your food choices and your habits are moving you towards a health or well-being goal? Well, you are in the right place today, right here with this lecture. If you want to eat healthier, but you're not sure where to start, you want to prevent future disease through lifestyle change, but you know you need guidance. You're confused about how to balance meals to eat healthfully and mindfully. You want science-backed suggestions to reduce that belly fat while preserving your muscle mass. You need to understand how to create a meal that is both filling and satisfying while still being able to hit that nutrition and weight goal. You wonder if you're snacking maybe a little too much or on the right foods to help you. You want practical tips that you can apply today. If any of these sound like you are in just the right place. So first, I want to take a minute to tell you a little bit about me, and I'm doing that through some pictures that just describe who I am. So I'll start on the left-hand side. I am a retail dietitian, so one of my jobs is working with a grocery store, helping shoppers find foods that help them hit their nutrition and well-being goal. So that's a picture of me and a customer in a store. I love doing speaking. That was a picture at the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women event with over 800 women all wearing red in the audience. It was a lot of fun. Below that is a picture of me doing a cooking demo online, as I often do. The top picture is me with my family sitting around the table having a meal. I have 3 grown boys and one is a girlfriend in that picture, but so nice to just spend time with people eating. And there's so much research that shows that we are better people when we share meals or share food with others. So consider where you're eating your meal and with who you're eating with. Then is me cooking with a friend of mine because I love expressing my creativity through food and making meals that show love and care for the people that are eating them. The bottom right picture is me and my Sunday morning walking group. I lead a walk every Sunday morning for the last 7 years, and we do a 5-mile walk. And I have anywhere from 5 people to 35 people that show up for the walk. And then in the center is my logo for Nutrition Coaching for You. So I want to tell you just a little bit about nutrition coaching for you. One of the things that people say they love about working with me or my business is my meal planning platform. So it helps busy people quickly find the meals that work for their family to keep them nourished and happy. And even the pickiest eaters find foods that they love in here. So it's very personalized. I create a nutrition prescription. It's artificial intelligence backed, AI backed, to help you find recipes and meal plans that work just right for you. It walks you directly to your goal. I also do DNA genetic nutrition testing, which is a saliva test that you mail away to the lab. It can help identify your food sensitivities, such as gluten, caffeine, lactose. It can identify if you're at risk of a vitamin or mineral deficiency. It can support your weight loss goals by giving you just ideas of what type of things can help you get there. It can help your physical activity goals. It can help you be more plant-based. So there's lots of things you can find out by your genes. And then I create a meal plan for you based on your genetic nutrition testing so that you eat according to your genes. I also do coaching, so individual coaching, group coaching, And most of my coaching is around sustainable weight loss. Although people have many conditions when they come to me, it's usually just healthier eating, blood sugar control, or weight loss that they're looking for. So let's dive in. So when people first come to me, I feel like they've tried so many different diets and they haven't had success. They feel like they're a failure, or they did have success, but then gained the weight back. So one thing I like to say is nothing is broken, right? There's nothing wrong with you. It's the program that you did may not have matched you. Weight loss is a mindset. So we talk a lot about mindset in my program. You're not broken. And I usually help people ditch the calendar. And what I mean by that is not to pick a date. I want to lose weight for this event that I'm going to, right? To not think about it that way. Think about it as health choices that you're making to slowly get somewhere. And instead of a resolution, which happens often at the beginning of the year, I like people to pick an action as their goal rather than a number on the scale as their goal. Even though they want to lose weight, like I don't make anybody get on a scale that doesn't want to. I don't even talk about weight half the time because you really can't control what that number says, but you control the actions that you do. So an action can be, I want to add an additional fruit and vegetable. I want to drink an additional cup of water each day. I want to exercise for 30 minutes, take a walk after my meal for 30 minutes. So you pick the action that may help you support your goal rather than picking a number on a scale as your goal. My hope for you is greater acceptance of your body, that you appreciate all that your body can do for you and the beauty that it brings. And I frame self-care as making better food and lifestyle choices is a way that you're showing yourself that self-care. And just to be thinking of food choices that way. And acknowledge that there's no right way to eat and enjoy food. There's not one diet that works for the human population as a whole. We all grew up in different households, maybe with different cultures, different food rules within our households, different body shapes, different taste preferences. So there's not one way to eat that is right for everybody. And I acknowledge that and work with people where they are and what their preferences are and work to help them hit a goal in a way that works for them. So one thing I want you to think about is what is in your control and what is not in your control. So what is in your control? You can choose where you eat, how often you eat, the quality of the food you eat, the quantity or how much you are eating. You also control how much you move your body, how physically active you are, how much you sleep, because your sleep also affects your weight. How well you control stress, because being in a constant state of stress also affects your weight. And then also be aware of things that you cannot control, like your birth gender. Yep, sorry, women, men are born with just a little bit more muscle mass and they tend to lose weight quicker. Your age, as you age, you naturally lose muscle mass and you need less calories. That's just the way it is. Your genetics, everybody brings different genetics, different anatomy. I've had some people say, I want to just lose my chunky thighs. Yeah, the weight loss doesn't work that way. You can't pick that spot that you want to get rid of. Sorry, it may be mostly in your chest that you lose. Like we can't tell how it's going to happen. That's just your personal anatomy. I encourage you to find your motivation, find your why. So your why could be, I want to fit in that sexy little outfit that I have. It could be, my doctor told me my labs are getting to that level where I may have a disease. I want to, come back to a normal lab level. It could be, I want to be able to get on the ground and play with my grandkids or be around to see my child's wedding. It could be, I want to exercise enough that I feel comfortable walking into a gym because right now I don't have the confidence for that. Or it could just be something in my head. I want to just feel good about myself. My confidence level plummeted. I feel like a failure and I want to just feel great again. So what does it take to actually lose weight? It takes good nutrition, meaning nourishing your body in the portions that are appropriate for your body shape. It's physical activity, finding that movement that you enjoy, but moving your body every single day. Limiting the amount of junk food or fast food or foods that I call mouth pleasure. We love to eat, but they may not be nourishing us or serving us. And then when we do have a time of indulgence, which we all do, and nothing's wrong with that, I don't see that as a bad thing, but just recover quickly. Some people let that indulgence last all day long, or all week long, or all month long, right? I messed up, so why not just keep going? And once you have an indulgence or a splurge, recover quickly changes your results. Getting enough sleep, and by enough, meaning 7 to 9 hours a day is what they found in research, helps control weight. And then find ways to effectively manage your stress. Positive coping behaviors can really help keep weight in check. And then when people do start a weight management journey, I like to talk about expectations, because I think we have the expectation that, wow, if I'm working with you, I expect I'm going to lose some weight every single week. And your body usually doesn't work like that. So what it does instead is you'll lose a couple pounds, then you might gain one. Then the next week you might not lose or gain anything. And then you'll lose half a pound, and then you'll gain a pound, and then you go down and up. And it's more like the stock market. But what I like to look at is, how are you trending? Not what are you doing today versus yesterday. How are you trending? And if you're trending in a good direction, then you're doing great. So think about weight as trends, not necessarily day to day. People also ask, how often should they weigh? If you are someone that steps on the scale and whatever that number is has the ability to ruin your day, I usually tell you not to even weigh yourself. Take a break from the scale if it changes your mood. Weight is something that is great to trend so that you know which direction you're going, but it shouldn't be something that holds a lot of weight in your journey. But if you are weighing yourself, be consistent with the time of day and wear similar clothing, right? Because if I'm wearing a heavy sweater one day, that might change my weight. Time of day, all of us weigh different in the morning than we do after a full day of eating and maybe not just eliminated. So your weight changes by several pounds throughout the day. So just be consistent with it. And no judgment with the scale, right? The scale doesn't tell you something that's good or bad. It's just a great way to trend. And I usually have people pick a safety number. So what I mean by a safety number is, this is, just say 150 is my weight that I want to be. My safety number could be, I'm going to make it easy and just say 10 pounds. So 140 is 10 pounds less. 160 is 10 pounds more. Most people don't go 10 pounds less. Most people go to the more side. But if I watch that number and it creeps up to 160, I'm getting there, then I know I have to look at what are the habits I'm doing and what can I change. So have that safety number in your head to know when to implement. And I say that because I've had people come to me that's like, I just gained 60 pounds overnight. Like, I don't know how it happened. I don't know when it happened. I stepped on the scale and I'm heavier. So just to not let it get out of hand, to know where you are, is a great thing. Maximizing the nutrition that you put in your mouth is amazing. And I encourage everybody to do that. So what does that actually mean? Maximizing your nutrition means including more nutrient-dense foods. Foods that provide the most nutrition for the fewest amount of calories. Foods that help you meet your nutritional needs and support your body, your overall health. They are generally foods high in fiber, low in added sugar, and as close to their natural state as possible. So that really means eating more whole foods. That doesn't mean that foods that don't have a nutrition facts panel on them, ingredient list, is bad. Just eat more whole foods is is great for your body, but not to think that eating a cookie is bad. I don't like to label foods as good or bad. All of them can fit as long as you're flexible and understand that nourishing your body comes first. So as I said, I work in a grocery store and I usually tell people to follow the 80-20 rule for shopping. So what does that actually mean? Aim to fill your grocery cart with at least 80% of healthy food choices. So for every 10 items you purchased, at least 8 of them are nourishing you. So healthy, I'm calling your fruits and your vegetables and your raw meats and your whole grains and your healthy fats like avocado, olives, olive oil. That is what should be in your cart, your dairy products. Then look at your household. When you walk into your kitchen, what do you see? Usually what you see, what is left out on your counters, is what people gravitate towards and eat as snacks. So if you have food on your counter that may not be the healthiest food for you, right, you may not want to leave it on your counter. When my kids used to come home from school, I would always have cut up fruit or vegetables and dip or something out for them. And I would never say a word about it. That just would be sitting on the kitchen table. And without me saying a word, they'd go through, they'd grab something and go about their day. So you may want to clean up your environment by choosing what is out, if any food is out. And then remember to hydrate. Hydrate helps maintain your brain concentration, your sports performance. It helps your body burn fat, meaning you're not going to burn fat if you're not adequately hydrated. It can curb unnecessary snacking. And what I mean by that is when we are thirsty, it often sends a signal to our brain that we interpret as hungry. And when we are actually thirsty, most Americans, and this is proven in research, go for food. So when you are well hydrated, you can also curb that unnecessary snacking. So next time you're going to grab something, drink a glass of water first and see if you still need that snack. Water cools down your body when you're perspiring. So if you just had a great working out, if you're someone that wants to build muscle, to realize that muscle is mostly water. You need to be hydrated to be able to build muscle. Water also helps remove that waste and toxins from our body. So it's important to keep healthy. We grew up with many different beliefs, and I encourage people to look at the beliefs that you currently have because some of them may not serve you. Did your parents teach you to be part of the clean plate club when you were full? Meaning you're looking outside your body, right? Is my plate clean? That's an external cue to decide when you stop eating. I have people that may eat a meal with the TV on. Well, when do you decide you're full? Or when do you stop eating? I stop eating when the TV show ends, right? I'm not listening to my body determining, am I full? I've ignored that signal. Have you watched someone diet and not be okay? Because sometimes just being an observer of bad behavior, it plays out differently in our head. Do you hear the language, whether in your head or somebody else's head, or remember from childhood? I should do this. I shouldn't do that. I'm bad. I ate this. So that good, bad, should, shouldn't, it totally affects our brain and the way we think about food and our relationship with food. And all of these different messages impact your weight loss journey. So I encourage you to think about what are the messages that you have in your head. Write them down. They could be impacting your weight loss, and think about, is this making me feel guilty or shameful in any way? Is it taking me away from my goal and not motivating me? Because some of these messages in our head may not be serving us. So just to look at them, acknowledge them, and ditch any ones that don't feel right for you today. Laugh more. And this sounds kind of silly, right? And I put it in a calorie form, even though calories mean nothing with laughter. But 15 minutes of laughter each day can help you burn 10 to 40 calories, which may be 4 pounds of weight loss in a year, right? Nobody's going to laugh to lose weight, obviously. And I know that that was meant to be a little bit funny on the laughter slide. But why laughing is important? Because it calms your muscles, it relaxes your mind, it actually lowers blood sugar levels. It can reduce the hormone cortisol, which is the hormone that when we're stressed encourages your body to lay down belly fat. So laughter is important in a journey as well. I encourage people to journal or track. And not everybody likes to do that, and I am totally aware of that. So depending on who you are and what you like to do, it might be looking very different for different clients. So tracking could be, I never like people to count calories, but some people like to. It could be tracking calories or food intake. It could be tracking your exercise. It could be tracking how much water you're drinking, or it could be just attracting your wins or accomplishments. And I am someone, I like to track my wins. So on my calendar, if I did what I said I'm going to do, like my action might be adding an extra fruit or vegetable, exercising for 30 minutes today. You know, whatever my win is that I did, I put a little check mark on my calendar. And all that check mark means is I did it. Days that don't have a check mark, I didn't do it. So that just helps me get a month at a glance. How frequently am I meeting my goal? How often am I doing what I say I'm doing? And the more checks that I see, it motivates me to do it again, right? I don't want to say this month wasn't a good month for me. So it can be encouraging. And if you feel it's encouraging for you, I encourage you to do it. Support is also important. Get support for your journey. People need to talk about what they're going through, and it helps them stay on track. And if you feel like there's nobody in your world that's supportive, hire a coach or find somebody that might be going through a similar journey as you, that understands your journey, that you can share with. That might be joining a group. This can help you get through some unhealthy coping habits that might be happening. So in summary, weight loss is a journey, not a destination. So appreciate where you are, even if it's not where you want to be, and enjoy the journey to get to that goal. Notice your thoughts and your beliefs around food, because noticing is where it starts. If you're not aware, where most of us aren't because we're so busy, we don't take the time to think about it and focus on it. But taking that time to notice is the first step. And then I encourage people to do a 1% change, meaning what can you do today to be just 1% better than yesterday? So changing everything at once usually isn't successful. Oh my gosh, I need to eat more fruits and vegetables. I need to drink more water. I know I need to exercise more. I know I need to sleep better. I got to stop this bad habit I do, right? You can't change it all and attack it all at once. So thinking about what can I do that's just 1% better today than yesterday is helpful. And reach out to somebody for support when you need it, because we all need it. And then on my closing note, I want to just let everybody know I am doing a sustainable weight loss nutrition boot camp for those that want to hit a nutrition goal, that want to lose weight, or want to control blood sugar, because it does focus on all of those. And it's only using food and lifestyle change. There's no one diet fits all. Everybody has to do this or take that or buy anything. It's not like that. The class is going to be Thursdays at 7 p.m. starting in March. So I hope to see some of you there. It's 16 weeks. It's a class that's 30 minutes long, kind of like this, followed by a group discussion. So you have the support, you have the people there. You will get access to my meal planning platform at no charge when you join this boot camp. And that is $99 a month. So it's close to a $400 savings or value added to you. You get a one-on-one nutrition consultation monthly with me and a one-time one-on-one consultation with a certified personal trainer. So we are diving deep into helping people have success. If you want more information, please reach out to me, Joni at nutritioncoaching for-you.com or visit my website and take the quiz. I look forward to talking with you in the future. Bye, everybody. Thanks for having me. This has been very enjoyable.